Potions. They're one of the simplest and easiest ways to make the game easier for you to play through. I use them all the time in all of my different playthroughs, and they are one of the only reasons that I was able to beat the game in Master Mode worthy. I use them for mining, for exploring, for fighting bosses and armies, and yet it seems that I am in the minority. My question is this, then.
Why do a lot of players never use potions?
There's just something about them, it seems, that discourages most people from trying to utilize them in every situation. Is it the intimidating complexity?
All the different herbs and ingredients that you would have to memorize to make them.
Or is it the feeling of it just being far too much work than it's worth? All of the preparations you need to have a stable supply, all of the grinding you need to do. Or could it be that it's just something that not a lot of players are knowledgeable about?
Well, if you're watching this because it's any or all of the above, then continue watching, because this is the video for you.
Here, we will guide you and tell you that they're not that complex. They're easier to get than they might seem.
And hopefully by the end of this, you'll be more knowledgeable about them than when you came in.
And if you're watching this when you do know a lot about potions, then you can continue watching anyways if you like. Terraria is a huge game after all. Maybe you'll still end up learning something new. First off, let's get the most well-known and most used ones first. The recovery potions. These are almost mandatory to finish the game, unless you're incredibly good, or unless you like dying a lot.
The simplest one of these is the common bottle of water, which heals you 20 HP. Despite being almost absolutely useless on its own, it is the most important ingredient for potions.
Up next, what we have are the lesser healing and lesser mana potions. They have their similarities in how you get them, since both can be bought from the merchant, both can be found in the dungeon, and both can drop from wooden and pearlwood crates. Lesser healing potions, though, can be crafted, can be found in chests, can be dropped in pots and most pre-hard mode bosses, unlike the lesser mana variants.
After them, we have our regular healing and mana potions, which both heal you and restore your mana by 100.
They can both be crafted with two of their lesser variants and a glowing mushroom at a bottle or alchemy table. They're also both found in every crate except the wooden and pearlwood ones.
Like the lesser versions, only the healing ones can drop from bosses in late pre-hard mode, and can also be found in pots in the Underworld or in hard mode. Now, before we get onto the greater potions, we need to take a quick detour. Let's talk about restoration potions. The first one is the lesser restoration potion. This one is actually less well known. This potion has been removed from the game and is therefore unobtainable. Before it was removed though, it gave you 80 health and 80 mana.
The other one is the regular restoration potion. Unlike the lesser version, it only heals health, and not mana. The only way of acquiring this is from shadow chests in the Underworld.
Alright then, it's time for our first hard mode potions. Greater healing and greater mana. These are both dropped by biomimics, with the healing one also dropping for most of the hard mode bosses. Greater mana is not craftable and is instead bought from the wizard, and greater healing can be crafted with 3 bottles of water, 3 pixie dust, and a crystal shard.
The last tier of potions. The super healing and mana potions. The healing one can only be obtained near the end of the game, since it is crafted with 4 healing potions just for 1 tier down from it, and 1 of each of the celestial fragments, dropping only from 1 boss, which is the Moonlord himself.
The mana one, on the other hand, can be crafted almost immediately as hard mode begins, since it only requires a fallen star, 3 crystal shards, a unicorn horn, and 3 greater mana potions to craft. And finally, here are all the ones that are still recovery potions, but didn't fit in that well with the rest. Let's do a speed round, yeah? This video is getting a bit too long. Mushrooms. These grow on the surface and heal you 15 HP. Eggnog. This is a Christmas event item, which are obtained from presents and heals 8 HP. Bottle of honey. Dropped by the queen bee. It can also be crafted with an empty bottle and used on honey. Heals 8 HP. Honeyfin. Possibly the most effective healing alternative pre-hard mode, healing you at 120 HP. Can be caught in honey with a fishing rod. And lastly, Strange Brew. Sometimes sold by the skeleton merchant and heals you 400 mana and 80 HP.
Glad that's done then. But enough of this boring stuff that everyone uses. I know that you're here for the good shit. Let's talk about them, shall we?
Buff. Oh, but wait, we're forgetting something, aren't we? Yeah, that's right. Before we get on to the exciting stuff, we first need to talk about the second most important ingredient next to bottled water. Herbs.
If you want to have a reliable supply of potions in your world, the first thing that you must do is always build the herb farm. It is essential, and is almost always the first thing I build in playthroughs. But how do you get herbs exactly? Well, there are a variety of different ways for each and every one of them.
Daybloom can be found on the far surface growing on grass. Blinkroot can be found in the underground.
Waterleaf on sand in the desert.
Sugarthorn in the tundra.
Moonglow in the jungle undergrowth or the surface.
Deathweed in the crimson or corruption.
And finally, Fireblossom, which grows on the ashes, which can be found in hell.
And of course, the herb bag, an item that gives you herbs when opened. It can be found in wooden chests. Now, I'm just going to put harvest times up here on the screen and some extra information as well, to not make this video a bit too long. Feel free to pause. And now, once all that is done, we can finally talk about
Buff potions. It's time to finally talk about buff potions.
Now, talking about buff potions in general would get quite confusing, so I've grouped them all into categories.
And first from our list is we have...
Battle potions! Alright, these are generally the most useful ones anyways. Glad we're talking about this first. So, battle potions. Not to be confused with this battle potion, are your potions that we use in combat. Whether it be boss fights, events, or invasions, these potions will make your time at least a little bit easier. So if you're struggling with those, make sure to check these out. First off, we have the melee and ranger battle potions. Potions that are primarily made for and used by the melee and range classes. This includes potions like the archery potion, which you can craft with bottled water, Daybloom, and Lux.
the ammo reservation potion, which is crafted with bottled water, double cod, and moon.
The Thorns potion, which needs bottled water, deathweed, cactus, wormtooth, and a stinger to craft.
The Titan potion, which you can craft at a bottle or alchemy table with a bottled water, a singular bone, deathweed, and shiverton.
And finally, we have Ale, which aren't really potions, but which do still buff melee as a class by decreasing defense and increasing melee stats. Up next are the Mage and Summoner Vassal potions. Starting with the Mage side of things, we have what are in my opinion the most powerful buff potions in Terraria, the Magic Power Potion and Magic Regen potions. With the Magic Power Potion increasing your magic damage by a whopping 20%, and the Magic Regen Potion eliminating the need for mana potions and eliminating the mana sickness debuff as well in the process, by giving incredibly fast mana regeneration. Both of these potions are crafted with bottled water, Moonglow, a Fallen Star, and either Deathweed for magic power or Daybloom for magic regen.
And for summoners, we continue the trend of the class not getting as much content as the others, with only having one potion, the Summoning Potion, which can be crafted with bottled water, Moonglow, and variegated large fish.
And finally, we have the general buff potions. These can be used by anyone and are not just specific to one class. Let's give another speed round for them, alright? Iron Skin, plus 8 defense, crafted with iron or lead ore, bottled water, and Daybloom.
Regeneration, faster life regen, crafted with the mushroom, bottled water, and Daybloom.
Swiftness, plus 25% increased movement speed, crafted with a cactus, bottled water, and Blinkroot.
Food, gives you minor to major stat increases depending on what food you ate. Might make a separate video about them though.
Who knows? Endurance, plus 10% damage reduction. Crafted with an armored cavefish, bottled water, and Blinkroot.
Wrath, 10% plus increased damage, crafted with a Bonkoi, bottled water, and Deathweed.
Rage, plus 10% increased critical strike chance, crafted with Hammer bottled water, and Deathweed.
Inferno creates a ring of flame around you that ignites enemies, crafted with 2 Obsidifish and 1 Flarefin coin, bottled water, and Fire Blossom.
Life Force, plus 20% max life, crafted with Prismite, bottled water, Moonglow, Shiverthorn, and Waterleaf.
Heart Reach, increased pickup range for hearts, crafted with Crimson Tigerfish, bottled water, and Daybloom.
And lastly, Warmth, with the sole reason of its inclusion here being it's good against the Frost Moon, since it reduces damage against cold sources. To craft it, you need a Frost Minnow, bottled water, and Shiverthorn.
And consulting the Wheel of Potions once more, let's find out what the next potions will be.
Frick, why'd you do this?
Again.
No. No.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Please. No! Alright, it's fine. This preps us. Alrighty then. Exploration potions. Let's just ignore that. Exploration potions. These are usually the potions you can find in chests and breakable vaults, used to aid in exploration, be it by revealing valuable materials, being in control of gravity, or being able to swim in lava. So let's talk about them, shall we?
The first ones we're gonna talk about are the reveal and movement exploration potions. Potions that show you where things are, and potions that help you travel through the world. Starting with reveal.
We have the Hunter Potion, which shows the location of enemies.
The Danger Sense Potion, which shows the location of traps and potentially dangerous objects such as thorns, honey, and cracked dungeon bricks.
The Splunker Potion, everyone's favorite potion for mining, as it shows the location of nearby ores, chests, and other valuable items.
The Shine Potion, which makes the player glow.
And the Night Owl Potion, which gives enhanced night vision, both of which are essential for YouTube videos.
Alright, movement potions. There's a lot of these, so let's speed it up right up.
Featherfall, slows falling speed and eliminates fall damage.
Gills, allows you to breathe underwater.
Obsidian Skin, allows you to breathe and live under lava. Also gives immunity to blocks that would set you on fire.
Gravitation, allows you to flip gravity by tapping W.
Water walking, allows you to walk on water and lava.
And the last one, Flipper, which allows you to swim in liquids because apparently the Terrarian doesn't know how to swim and requires drugs to do so.
And for our next batch of exploration potions, we have fishing and environmental mixing. Potions that increase your fishing ability and those that affect what happens around you.
These potions include the fishing potion, which increases the fishing power by 15. It can be crafted with a crispy honey block, bottled water, and water leaf.
The crate potion, which increases the chance of getting a crate by 10% and can be crafted with amber, bottled water, deathweed, and moonglow.
And the sonar potions, which shows what fish or objects on the lure. It can be crafted with the coral, bottled water, and water leaf. All three of these potions can be obtained from the angler as a reward for giving him quest fish.
And now, we have the environment-affecting potions. Battle potions, which can be crafted with vertebrae or rotten chunks, bottled water, and deathweed.
Calming potions, which can be crafted with damselfish, bottled water, and daybreed.
Luck potions, which can be crafted with the different pearls you can get from fishing in the oasis, bottled water, a ladybug, and water leaf. Their effects are stronger or weaker depending on which one you craft them. Mining potions, which can be crafted with an antlion mandible, bottled water, and blink root.
And lastly, builder potions. It can be crafted with bottled water, blink root, shiverthorn, and moonglow.
And so, that concludes the exploration potions. They aren't really all about exploration, but hey, good enough. Yes.
Finally! Alright, the last group of potions. The miscellaneous potions. Buff potions that were so different from the other categories that they don't even count as buffs or potions. For that matter, let's begin!
Teleportation potions. These potions don't even give you buffs, so I don't know why I put them in the buff section, but here we are. Recall potions, crafted with a specular fish, bottled water, and daybreed. These can be used to go back to your last spawn location.
Wormhole potions are crafted with specular fish, bottled water, and blink root. It can be used to teleport to another player as long as you are on the same team.
Teleportation potions, crafted with chaos fish, bottled water, and fire blossom. Using it teleports you to a random location in your world.
And finally, the potion of return. Similar to the recall potion, it teleports you to the last spawn point, but unlike the recall potion, it leaves behind a portal, which can be used to go back to the location you were once at. It can be crafted with obsidian fish and recall potion.
With flasks. They make melee weapons and also whips, inflict debuffs, and other stuff as well. The poison flask inflicts poison. The fire flask inflicts fire. The venom flask inflicts venom.
The gold flask makes enemies drop money.
The cursed flame flask inflicts cursed flame. The ichor flask is basically the only flask I use, inflicting ichor on enemies. The party flask creates confetti when attacking enemies.
That's cool.
Why? And finally, the nanite flask. which gives enemies a confusion debuff. Next up on the miscellaneous list, we have whatever the hell these are, and like their title says, I have no idea what the hell these are.
Gender change potion. It can be crafted with bottled water, day bloom, wind glow, blink root, shiverthorn, water leaf, deathweed, fireballs, and it does what it says. It changes your gender. Love potion. Crafted with bottled water, shiverthorn, and princess fish.
Stink potion, which can be crafted with bottled water, deathweed, and the stinkfish. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what the hell these do. I guess they make you fall in love and make you stinky. I don't know, man.
And finally, the one and the only one, the red potion. Well, all I'm gonna say is, don't use this unless you are worthy.
Oh, and last category for the miscellaneous group. Invisibility potion. It's just the invisibility potion. I forgot this existed and was already done with most of the script by the time I realized. So it's just gonna go here. like its name suggests, it makes you go invisible. Even your armor and accessories. Take that, Minecraft players. It can be crafted with bottled water, blink root, and moonglow. And that's that, everyone.
I hope you liked the video.
They did not like the video. This video sucked. Goodbye.